Hey guys, today I'm gonna make some Cajun shrimp pasta. So if you guys want to see how I make it, just keep on watching.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Green H5 TV YouTube channel. So we're gonna start by washing the shrimp with some lemon juice or vinegar and water. Then I'm gonna show you the seasonings that I'm gonna be putting on the shrimp in just a few. But before that, I'm gonna be cutting up this half of an onion and a whole clove of garlic. This is just the initial seasoning, guys. So the seasoning that I just showed you on the plate, it's actually half of the seasoning that I'm going to use. I'm going to use half to marinate the shrimp, and then I'm going to use the other half in the sauce itself so I can get the flavor throughout. Comment below and let me know if you like seasonings like onions and garlics, like the pieces of it, and ginger. Yeah, I don't know guys, but I know a few people who don't really like the pieces of onions and chunks of garlic in their food, but I personally like it. I think it adds more flavor. Yeah, so I work off of feeling, guys, so I can look at something and kind of estimate what it needs usually. Yeah, I don't know guys. So let's see, we're gonna add some more garlic and onion. You're gonna mince them really small, chop 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 chop. Look at that, look at me. Ooh, cut up the things. Oh man. Yeah, after that we're gonna put the rest of it onto the shrimp, and then the seasonings that I showed you before, I'm gonna be adding those to the shrimp as well. So comment below guys and let me know what other food videos you guys want to see on the channel as well. So see, we're gonna add the seasonings to it and marinate the shrimp for at least 1 hour, but usually the Jamaican way is to season it and leave it overnight. But you know, I was hungry so I just seasoned it, put it in the fridge for about an hour, and then take it out. Ooh, look at that, look at that wrist. Ooh, look at that wrist. Ooh. Alright, let me stop. Okay, and remember guys, you might be tempted to leave it on the counter. I know some people who season the meat and leave it on the counter. That's a no-no. Also remember guys, I forgot to show you this part, but remember to check if your shrimp is properly cleaned, because sometimes when they come pre-cleaned or pre-cooked, not all of them are cleaned properly. So please check to see if the veins are taken out completely. Alright, and I added some thyme last minute. I just like adding seasonings to stuff, guys. So I actually have a jar at home. My brother actually started the jar, so it's like a jar of seasonings and stuff like that. And also comment below what type of pasta you like the most. I like fettuccine and penne pasta. Penne is pretty decent, but I prefer fettuccine pasta. My brother likes spaghetti. My sister likes any kind of pasta. And then please put it in the fridge. Don't leave it on the counter, guys. Just mix it up properly, cover it with a piece of plastic wrap, and just put it in the fridge. Also, let me know what kind of meat you like with your pasta. I like shrimp, I like chicken, I like meatballs too. Also, let's move on to the roux. Now the roux is usually equal parts butter and flour, so what I did is actually use maybe about 2 ounces of butter, and then use about 1 ounce of flour and 1 ounce of grated Parmesan cheese, because it has like a salty flavor to it. I actually was supposed to get the cheese itself, but my brother accidentally got the bottle, the one, so I just had to find a way to use it. So like, it adds more flavor to the roux for me personally. If you don't have a whisk, that's fine. You can use a spoon, but just make sure that you get as much lumps out as possible and cook out as much of that raw flour flavor as possible. You don't want to be eating your pasta and tasting like clumps of flour and clumps of like raw flour. So you're gonna have to mix it out as best as possible. Do your best, guys. Alright, so I added a little more flour because I thought mine needed like a little more thickness to it. And as it cooks, you can see that it's getting thicker as well. Now, we're gonna keep whisking this and whisking it, and then we're gonna add some evac milk and some regular full fat milk. This is a substitute for heavy cream for me because heavy cream is expensive, guys. We're balling on a budget around here. I was actually looking for the heavy cream, but I was like, wait, that's kind of expensive. Let's just use the evac milk and the full fat milk. It actually makes a good substitute, guys. So leave some of the mixture in case the sauce gets too thick. Like I said before, you can see with my mixture here, it got a little thick. But you can also use the pasta water as well instead of milk. If you're somebody who's like lactose intolerant, the pasta water has like a lot of starchiness to it, so it can help you to make the sauce a little thicker and the way you want it. Also, comment below and tell me what's your favorite pasta sauce to use. I like using tomato sauce as well. And at this point, you would usually add salt and nutmeg to the sauce, but instead, I had the other half of the Cajun seasonings that I had before, and I'm gonna add that to the sauce instead. So it's not like a traditional white sauce per se, because usually you'd have added white pepper, salt, nutmeg, but instead I just added the next half of the Cajun seasonings to the sauce itself so that the pasta can get that flavor as well. At the end of this meal, you'll have a really good arm workout, trust me, because you have to be whisking and mixing and making sure no lumps are in it. Might need a little more of the milk mixture, so I'll be right back. Give me 2 seconds, guys.
2 hours later.
And we're back. Yeah. Milk time. So we're gonna add some more of the milk and evac milk mixture to it. And if you end up using too much, don't worry. There's a trick that you can use to help the sauce to not be as thick as before. Alright, so now we're going to move on to the veggies for the pasta. Like, I swear, I hated this so much because my knife wasn't as sharp as I wanted it to be. So I was cutting them up and then the cuts were inconsistent, so I started to get a little triggered. My sister was beside me and she's like, what's happening? And comment below and let me know your favorite veggies to use in pasta. I personally like using broccoli and carrots, but no broccoli's here. So I'm gonna use carrots and sweet peppers, and you need to cut them really, really thin because you don't want to overcook them. I still kind of like them with a little crunch in it because the pasta is gonna be soft and the sauce is gonna be like, you know, saucy. My teachers would have killed me for all of these cuts that I'm doing right now. Like, I've been out of school for too long. Alright, next we're moving to some Scotch bonnet peppers. Like, guys, this is really spicy peppers. Then move on, preheat your oil and put the shrimp in, and look at that. Ooh, come on, let's go. Do the chef things. Ooh, let's do it. Chefing up the thing. Yeah. Alright. Then, as you can see, the shrimp is cooking. Everything is looking good so far. And then we're gonna move on to something else. We're gonna move on to adding the veggies into it. Nice. You don't want to overcook the veggies as well. Look at that. Ooh, flipping. Ooh, let's go. Ooh, all right, I need to stop hyping myself up. Yeah, and then you're gonna cook it for at least 4 to 6 minutes. Remember, you're gonna put it in the sauce as well, so you want to get some more of that shrimp juices and everything in it. And that's the pasta I'm using. Oh, I had the box upside down. My bad, guys. Yeah, so fettuccine pasta. Yeah, that's the brand I'm using, and it actually cooked pretty quickly, guys. So you're gonna boil it until it's al dente. It's gonna be kind of not soft, but not completely firm at the same time. And I forgot to add the cheese, so I'm going to be adding the cheese a little late, guys. I apologize. But it's still going to have the cheese. Comment below as well. Let me know what your favorite type of cheese is. I like all types of cheese. Maybe blue cheese is a little tricky for me. But yeah. Here's the trick, guys. I told you it already, guys. It's the pasta water. So the starchiness of the pasta water will help it to be very thick as well. And it will help it to be creamier. Depending on the type of cheese you use as well, I used white cheddar in this one. I added a bit more white parmesan at the end as well. I didn't have any grated parmesan at home, but guys, I advise that you get the block cheese and not the cheese that's already grated, because sometimes the film on it will kind of prevent it from melting completely. And now we're gonna add the shrimp to it as well. We're gonna add it and then we're gonna mix it together so that some of the shrimp flavor can get into that sauce completely as well. And remember, we also seasoned that sauce with some of the Cajun seasonings as well. Then after that, pasta time. Now this is where I would switch to tongs, but if you don't have any tongs, just go in and be very, very careful. You don't want to break the pasta too much. And then you're gonna mix it together on like a very low heat so that the pasta can like continue cooking and finish off, but you don't want it to be too soft. And then the sauce has some time to get some more of the starchiness from that pasta as well. And are you guys ready for this? We're getting ready for the final plating in 3, 2, 1, and we're done. So that's the finished product, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. And love you guys. And remember, come for the content, stay for the madness, and leave with the culture. Bye, guys.